back to Ozarks Fox AM. We are live at JQH Arena celebrating the opening of the Carden Circus. And you know, the circus is entertaining, and so is Chris Louzader.
Yeah, it's a circus around here.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Oscars are coming up, Chris.
It's a big
Sunday.
deal. Of course, we love the Critics' Choice Awards the most because we're voting members, but it leads all the way. It's the beginning of the road to the Oscars.
Yeah, it is.
So, and it all comes down to Sunday night. So I do want to say quickly that speaking of Oscars, Margot Robbie, who's nominated, her movie comes out today, Birds of Prey. It actually has a real title that I have to read.
Okay.
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. That's the real name of the movie. Can you believe that? Yeah,
So
can you believe that?
is that Margot Robbie with that crazy makeup and pigtails?
Yes, yes. And
I didn't know that was her.
She's broken up with the Joker, and she's on her own with all of these other crazy gals, and they're just, you know, taking Gotham by storm.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is the 8th film in the DC Extended Universe, and the kickoff to a Harley Quinn trilogy.
Ooh.
So,
She's getting her own trilogy.
Margot Robbie's no slouch. She's
Right.
no dummy.
Yeah.
So, okay, so speaking of the Oscars, I can't wait to do my picks.
Okay, I'm ready for
I'm
it.
going to do it. I mean, I could do every category, but we don't have that much time
Right.
because you've got fun things to do here. I know what he's going to do later, too. Have you told anyone yet?
No.
It's a
Okay.
surprise.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do the biggie categories. So
Okay.
let's do Best Supporting Actress first. Okay, the nominees are Kathy Bates for Richard Jewell, Laura Dern for Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh for Little Women, and Margot Robbie for Bombshell. Okay, now I do have to preface.
Okay.
Okay.
My predictions are who I think will win.
Okay.
That does not mean that I want them to win.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I have two lists.
Okay.
So, and
Oscar goes to?
my prediction is Laura Dern for Marriage Story.
Oh.
for
It is her year.
It is her year.
It is.
She's getting all the love. Best Supporting Actor category. It's really hard. Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Anthony Hopkins for The Two Popes. You should be wearing your slippers.
I should have.
Double nominees for The Irishman, Al Pacino and Joe Pesci. And Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Chris Louzader.
Okay, yes.
And the Oscar goes to...
Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh.
So I do want to say quickly, I know, I mean, we're not best friends or anything, but Doug Pitt, you know, his brother.
Yes.
And I just want to say to the family and Mr. and Mrs. Pitt, your son is a fantastic actor. He makes fantastic decisions and has since the minute he left Springfield, and we're very lucky to call him Springfield's own Brad Pitt.
Yes, we
and
are.
I've loved him for this movie since the minute I laid eyes on it.
You
so
love
I'm
this
so
movie.
proud of him, and he's been my pet since.
Perfect.
So,
Yes.
Yep.
We agree.
and had he been at the Critics' Choice, I could have said those things to him, but he was very busy, and that's okay.
I know.
Okay.
I will forgive him. Best Actress category, Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, great performance. Scarlett Johansson for The Marriage Story. Saoirse Ronan for Little Women. She is so good in everything. Charlize Theron in Bombshell, unrecognizable.
Yeah.
And Renee Zellweger in Judy. You know how we feel. You know how we feel about Renee.
I do. She's my best friend now, just so you know.
Right, I know. And I'm
so-
telling Nicole Kidman that you said
We're gonna say
that.
that. We're all
He
gonna-
says that to everybody.
We'll have lunch together. Renee, but Chris Louzader, the Oscar goes to...
Renee Zellweger
Oh.
for Judy. So
She was
Very
unbelievable
good.
in
that's
that.
my pick.
Because you know I was a little bit skeptical because I like Judy Garland, and when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh no.
and she
But
did the
it's-
singing, and so I love the whole
It was
thing.
amazing.
She's very talented.
Very strong category for Best Actor. Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory. Very little seen movie, I might add. Leonardo DiCaprio, LDC. For,
I didn't realize he got nominated. I forgot.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I love that Brad Pitt called him LDC.
Yeah.
I've been calling him that.
That should catch on.
Adam
Yeah, sure.
Driver for Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, and Jonathan Pryce for Two Popes. I mean, since I laid eyes on it, it's Joaquin Phoenix.
he's a
way
good
The Oscar goes to...
Joaquin
Okay,
Phoenix
there we
for
go.
Joker.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. It's sort of like Jeopardy. I have to say it correctly.
Is that heavy, Jeremy?
It's so heavy.
So heavy.
It's heavier than it looks. They always say that.
Yeah, it's like...
That's the
All right,
real
we got
one.
1
Okay.
minute, Chris.
Okay. Best director, Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. We were calling them the Parasites at the Critics' Choice when they were running around. Sam Mendes for 1917. Todd Phillips, Joker. Martin Scorsese, my favorite, The Irishman. Quentin Tarantino, one of my favorites, for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
And the Oscar goes to?
I'm going with Sam Mendes, and it's really tough.
I know
With
that's tough.
Tarantino and Scorsese in that category. Okay, Best Picture, I'll listen quickly. 1917, Ford vs. Ferrari. The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite. Where is Bombshell is my question. And this pains me, but I'm going with 1917. But if I heard Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I wouldn't cry.
There's upsets all the time.
exactly.
I
Remember
wouldn't cry at all.
the whole Moonlight upsets.
I know.
It
That
can
was
happen.
crazy.
Chris
All
Louzader,
right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Well, very good. Thank you for all that. That's so great. All right, more from the Carden Circus when we come back. So much more. You will not want to miss this.
No,
You get the Oscar for Best
You will
Movie.
not. Yes.